I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It feels so funny not having that echo.
I know. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Kathy Aldensee.
Here.
Melinda Cook.
Here.
Kevin McElwain.
Here.
Joy Sellers.
Here.
Patrick Sellers.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. The first order of business is the approval of the minutes for the June 7th, 2021 meeting. I need a motion and a second, please.
So move.
Second?
Motion by Sellers, second by Cook.
Cook?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Aldensee, sorry.
I'd like to be her, but
Sorry. Please take a look at the minutes if you haven't done so already.
Oh, you know what? I can't accept the meetings because I wasn't here.
I know, so when we
Oh,
say
okay. I just
It'll
thought
just be a
about it
voice
when I was
vote.
reading.
It's
Yes.
just a voice vote.
Just a
okay.
voice vote.
Okay. I was just thought about it when I was reading.
Look.
All righty, are there any questions on the minutes? All right, all in favor?
yes.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is approval of bills payable. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Aldensee, second by Sellers. Please take a look at the bills payable if you haven't done so already.
This wasn't the only moving fee, right?
Um,
All it costs to
You just
move.
brought it
Yeah.
up here. You
Yeah.
just brought it
From
upstairs.
Very reasonable rate.
yes.
Yeah, very reasonable.
I might have to get them.
Yeah, they do a very good job. They do a very good job.
So are we still helping with water and sewer? Or are these
Those are clients.
clients? That's what I was thinking.
Right.
Okay.
It would be an E, right, if it had,
No, it'd be a G. Well,
if it was
General.
not
right. Yes, it'll be an E.
general
Say it
assistance. If it was emergency, the emergency thing, it would have like
okay.
an E in
G.
front of
Instead of a
it.
G.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Are there any questions on claims and demands?
Yeah.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Aldensee.
Aye.
Cook.
Yes.
McElwain.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, trustees. The next order of business is the approval of grants for the Boys and Girls Club of Freeport and Stevenson County and for the Senior Resource Center. So I need a motion and a second. Wait a minute. Didn't we have a
That's
motion and
not
a second
on my-
last time? We didn't? Okay, so I need a motion and a second now.
That's not on my agenda. This isn't a corrected agenda.
Okay?
Oh, well then,
It just says,
I remember getting,
In the,
yeah,
in the email
because
it
you
said
got
it.
the corrected one, but it's not in my computer. It's in somebody else's.
So,
It's on the agenda, and
Right.
they
Yeah.
got it. They got the information.
yeah, I got it.
so that's what's next right now. We're going to talk about the Boys and Girls Club grant and the grant for the Senior
Yeah,
Resource
'cause
Center.
that's the
And I'm
one
going to give you a copy of these grants. Now, Trustee Cook.
Not voices yet?
oh, okay.
No, not yet.
It's just
Voice is going to be the next round.
Okay.
We're getting that one done. Okay? All right, so I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All right,
Okay, I'm going to do Sellers, because I heard her first, and then Cook.
okay. I'm going to hand out the Boys and Girls Club grant first. Trustees, did you guys get my email that I sent?
Yes.
And what
Need
my
another one this way.
decision
Thank you.
was to do. And are we okay with that? What I did was I removed one grant and added the amount to the Boys and Girls Club, making their total grant $30,000 as opposed to
So you
15.
increased it to
Yes.
that.
So this will help them with their transportation, and that'll help with everything that they need help for as far as transportation goes. I feel this is a very, very, very important program in light of what's been going on in our communities and in our community and what's going on in our neighborhoods. This is a very, very good program in order to help our, I'm sorry, not yet. No, in order to help our young adults stay off the streets and help get them a trade and help get them employed. So this is a very, very important program, and I think we should have a larger stake in it. Okay? All right. Are there any questions? Okay. I'm going to hand out the Senior Resource Center grant now. This one hasn't changed at all. We are still offering them the same amount that we were talking about giving before, which was $60,000 for the senior home maintenance program. This program will now include a 3% amount for their administrative fees. And so that's wait a minute, 3%?
$3,000?
Yes, what percent was that? Was it 5%? 5%, wasn't it?
3%.
It was 3%? It was?
It was 3, that's what you said.
Okay.
3%.
Okay, so yeah, that helped offset the cost of their administrative fees. We've also added tree trimming and tree removal. We've been getting calls from our seniors asking who can help with tree trimming. So we added that service to the senior home maintenance program, the services that'll be rendered to our seniors. So that helped, that warranted an increase because it's not cheap to get those trees trimmed or trees removed. So we need to help our seniors as much as we possibly can because, you know, these.
So they stay in their homes.
Right, and we have older trees in the city of Freeport. We do. So this will help with that service.
I have a question I'd like to ask.
Hold on one second.
Oh, okay.
Trustee
Oh,
Officer.
no, go ahead, go
Trustee
ahead. I didn't
Officer.
see it. My ear was down.
We had some trees trimmed. There's a very good service. He's a civil engineer during the week, and then on weekends, he does that. ComEd would not drop the lines in the common alley that's between Saxby and Elizabeth Circle, so we could get all of the trees taken down. And then just last week, they were back next door, and the landlord said that they were by far the cheapest. They cleaned everything up
Okay.
the same day, but ComEd will not, you know, they argue with you, trying to drop lines, even if there's a branch on there and it's arcing, which is very dangerous.
Yes. Wow.
At Amy's house next door.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
anyway,
Trustee Sellers.
My question is, who are some of the people that they are calling on or letting them apply for these jobs, to do these jobs? Are they, I mean, I can understand a roof, you know, I understand that. But I'm saying, you know, we've got a lot of young men too that, like we're talking about keeping them off the streets. We got young men that will cut grass. We've got them that will leaf and snow removal. And, you know, some of these other little things, you know, when they've called and no one's ever called them back, they've been down there, nobody is to answer. And I'm just wondering, how can we make that, not just get these ones that already have a big blooming service to be a part of it and get it and charge you, I'm just gonna say, $75 to move some snow, when you can get these young guys they got a truck, they're trying to do something, they're, you know, trying to bring themselves up. Hey, they might charge $30. You know, that older lady can get her plowed twice versus once, so that's what I'm just saying.
So here's the thing, we can't tell them who to pick, but what we did, we added equal opportunity employment clause inside of this grant. So that right, absolutely.
Right.
So it says inside of the grant that they have to actually seek out, you know, other people and who provide services thereof.
Okay.
So I reached out to Mike, I think it was last week, yes, Mike Phillips, and I told him to add that clause into this grant because we are using public funds and we are giving public funds and we're granting public funds to the Senior Resource Center, and with those funds being expended, it should be expended equitably.
Right,
And so that's the reason why I added this clause into this grant.
okay.
Okay, so yes, thank you for bringing that up.
Right.
Yes,
Do these, do they have to be bonded?
that's their decision.
Okay.
What
Because it's a very simple thing.
right? Well, what I did with this program was this. I wrote the program. How the things that I thought would help our seniors, the things we've been getting phone calls for. They administer the program, okay? And the criteria to be a part of the program is the criteria that they set, and it's for the Senior Resource Center. It's the same criteria that they would have to become a part of the Senior Resource Center. They set the criteria. Who they pick is who they pick. The only thing I want to make sure of is that they are picking equitably and that everyone is seeing their fair share of business.
Right.
That's the only little stick that I put in there. So I'm thinking that it's that us being a governmental organization and a government organization that uses public funds to administer services, when we extend those services to other areas, we should have some sort of verbiage in our grants ensuring that the funds that they are spending, they're spending the funds properly and they're spending the funds equitably. That's the stick that we have. Okay?
Another question.
Yes.
Did they have anything like this in their program or no?
Far as
Helping seniors?
with something like this?
Yeah, snow removal and all those kind of
no. This is something new that we are providing. And the reason why we did this is because there was a need for this. We had received a lot of phone calls for these services, and there was no one who was providing these services that provided them to seniors at a good rate. I have to admit that the Senior Resource Center does a great job at finding people who are going to do these services at a very, very good rate. You've seen how much it costs for a furnace, how much they put a lady's furnace and her hot water heater in for $750. You don't find it anywhere else.
No.
So they do a great job finding people to do these services at a fair price. And it wasn't happening anywhere else. So that's why the program came into existence, and that's why it's going for another year.
Okay.
So we're trying to push for another year. So that's why I brought it to you guys, and I'm glad you guys asking these questions, because these are questions that need to be answered. Okay? So if there's any more questions, please give them to me. Any questions, trustees?
I just, along with what Joy was saying, like maybe a vendor list. If there is people, like we could send them.
Here's what we could do. What I will do is this. We can send a vendor list, but it's their choice of who they pick.
Right.
Okay?
But to give them, like maybe they aren't aware of some of the other options available.
Or you saying we give a vendor list,
Yeah.
or they,
Sorry. Excuse me.
or just to see who their vendors are?
Both. Sounds like
Well,
yeah.
well, here's
Or
the
no.
thing. Yeah, no, we can do that. I can talk to the executive director of the Senior Resource Center and see who's on their vendor list, and I can also see how they are advertising that they're looking for these services.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's nothing to say that we can't advertise that they're looking for those services as well. This is a program that we have, and we're looking for vendors to do da 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 da.
That's a good.
So
Thank you.
they can do it on their end, we can do it on our end as well.
And some of them, I mean, like tree trimming, you can't just have anybody doing
That's
tree
true.
trimming.
It's just like a roof.
With the
You know,
cherry
right.
pickers.
Right, that's
I'm
true.
just talking about the
Exactly.
snow removal,
And
breaking
Yep.
leaves.
and stuff like that.
Right. Lawn
Yeah,
care,
cutting grass.
basic lawn care.
That's
Now,
easy stuff.
now, I'm going to say something here,
Okay, go.
and this is. We have a lot of empty lots in Freeport that haven't been taken care of at all.
Horrible.
Okay, and I'm not trying to throw stones at anybody, but the city's not taking care of them, so I might as well throw the stone out there.
Right, it's true.
Um,
Ain't lying.
Maybe, and I'm going to put this out there, maybe we can look at finding a vendor who can help get some of these lots taken care of.
That would be great.
Because keep in mind, trustees, these lots fall within the township boundaries. These are, we have a responsibility as well as an organization. So we can help where we can without stepping on too many toes.
People
Trustee
would
Cook.
love that if township somehow facilitated all of the empty lots being mowed. I think it would be a
Because
very well received program.
Yes.
It breeds
Very-
mosquitoes,
A beautification
and
program.
ticks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been looking into that, and I want to
Maybe
bring
putting
it
a sign
to
in the
you.
yard.
Uh-huh.
Maintain my township.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you got yeah.
Or just
So-
a community that cares.
Uh-huh.
That's what they was trying to say, so, hey.
So, I just want to bring this to you guys' attention, so don't be surprised if I don't come with saying, hey, this is what I would like for us to do. Because it needs to be done.
And it could be
Okay.
a great summer program, even somebody helping kids know how to, this is how you cut the lawn, or, this is how you-
Safely.
but.
Yes.
yeah,
Before it gets
safe.
3 feet tall, and then you have to
Which
Which
use
is,
like
it's also
them weed whackers.
Right.
We
a
learn how to
little
use
bit
them.
of part of the
You can just
program that
adjust
the
the
Boys
mower.
and Girls Club is doing, but it's not, they can't do those lines.
Yeah, right. And so we can
Great.
okay. Well, I'll look into that. So I'll look into trying to find some vendors who will be interested, and they can give us estimates of how much they would charge us to do these lots, and
It's
we
a
will
beautiful city park
see if we
and
can't get some things taken care of. Okay.
Yeah. Good idea.
All right.
stuff. Okay,
So,
that guy.
with that being said, I'm going to need you guys to vote on these grants. So, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Aldency,
Aye.
Cook,
Yes.
McElwain,
Yes.
Sellers,
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passes. All right.
Okay, let's do what we say we gonna do.
Oh, absolutely. You know that. That's right up my alley. Okay, the next order of business is the supervisor report. Would you need this one?
Yep.
Okay. I need the trustees, each one, to write your name on this pad.
Uh-oh, we getting a
Of
gift.
you're getting name tags. How you
First
want
the
your last
folder.
name to appear on your name tag.
Gifts.
You mean your name plates?
Your name plate. You're getting a name plate. So it'll be
Oh, we
trustee.
gonna get rid of these?
Yes.
Oh.
You can have
Like
yours.
yours?
You can keep yours.
The sentimental
I
value.
had it for how many years?
Yeah,
It's
too
never
long.
filled.
Too long. It's time.
Oh.
It's time. So
Oh,
you
you already
guys,
have
make, you gotta make me
Yeah.
feel
You
so
must
bad.
have
So write
talked
your.
about her.
Yes, I did.
Somebody talked about
It was you. That's okay.
New folders, new name
Oh,
tags.
man, we moving
Wow.
up.
Yeah.
Calvin, he's showing up in front of you.
I guess
No. So I'm going
When them
to.
ladies was here, he was cheap as hell.
No, I wasn't that bad. Okay, so I'm going to hand out the expenditure of the budget report.
Okay.
And so
Thank you.
I'm gonna bring that out.
Pardon me?
Thank
you.
Burns.
Yep, Clerk Burns. Clerk Burns, could you pass those around, please? And I think
Yes,
you know how to do
Clerk
it.
Burns.
Please pass those around and take a look at our expenditure of the budget report.
Do you want one?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm thinking the auditors will be coming in sometime in July here. I'll get an exact date so you guys can hear. The auditors will come in and talk to the board about their findings, which I'm sure will be good. All right. Are there any questions on the expenditure of the budget report?
One.
What you got?
The miscellaneous and what is this? Just total home relief miscellaneous. It's
Well, yeah.
at 100%. What was that?
$500?
Yeah.
What was that? Let me find out what that was. It couldn't have been too much or nothing. It's something probably we normally already do. But I'll find out and have an answer for you guys at the next meeting, okay?
Second page. Okay.
Second page, I see it.
105.
Yep, 105. I'll take a look and see what that is, and I'll email you guys the answer, and I'll give you guys the answer on the floor at the next meeting, okay? I will do that. I'll get that in the morning. Are there any more questions on claims and demands? I mean, not claims and demands, expenditure of the budget. Okay, then that's all I have as a supervisor. The next order of business is the assessor's report. Assessor?
I have nothing new to report.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay.
Well, your job
Housing market's booming.
your job must be boring.
All right.
Never.
Okay, the next order of business is the trustees report. Trustees?
I don't have anything.
No?
Not today. It's a beautiful view. Kinda like
Isn't
it.
it nice?
Better than looking at 4 plastered walls. This is really nice.
Yeah, I missed those 4
Sunshine.
plastered walls.
Natural light is
I mean, yeah,
really
actually
an
I do.
upgrade.
Yeah, actually I do. Yeah, I miss it.
It's good
Alrighty.
for your health.
The next up is public comments. Any public comments,
Yes,
please?
I'm Steve Carroll. Hi,
Hi, Steve.
yeah, so, okay.
Glad to meet you, Steve.
What I have here is an election petition for Chloe Superbuehler. And this is, as you know, she ran for a seat on the board, didn't prevail. And this election petition is dated 11/20 of 2020. It is signed by her and then notarized by Deborah L. Gitz. So, okay, now, there's some inconsistencies here because on this petition, she said she was living in 24 West Main. So fast forward to January 24th, 2021, and something I found on YouTube, it's an interview, it's the Finch Show, and she was being interviewed by this guy. And if you scroll to the 531 mark, you will hear her state, well, we're not living here right now, it's kind of a hangout. Then further on, a minute or so later, she states, we hope to move in soon. Now, that could have created some huge problems for township had she won a seat, seriously. And I talked to the county clerk about this, and her position was, well, if she didn't win, no harm, no foul. There are probably some other issues with the federal election and residency, but that's not our problem or your problem. But township's got a pretty good name and a pretty good reputation. And my advice to Ms. Superbuehler is, if you run for elected office in the future, be honest, but maybe she shouldn't run at all, ever. So, thanks.
I don't need to speak on that. But
Okay.
The next order of business, any business come before the town. Entertain a motion to adjourn until Tuesday at 4:30, July 6th.
Oh,
Tuesday now, remember that.
It's on a Tuesday
right.
now.
okay, it's Tuesday because of the 4th of July.
Right.
Okay, so move.
So I need a
Second.
second. All righty, all in favor?
I'm at the right hand on my calendar.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Meeting adjourned.